Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakhakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of quick and important information being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. This is uploaded from Blacklisted News on page 2 right there, as you see right there. Globalists revving up plans to engineer global famine and starvation. 13 nations agreed to convert to less productive green farming methods, which means what? They are going to be attacking the farmers. Okay, farmers are going to start getting fined. They're going to start getting fined much more money for growing their crops and this, that, forth, and the other. So farmers are going to be mourning, which I'm going to get the scripture on that. Also they're going to be attacking more of a food supply, such as cattle, chicken, foods that are lawful to eat, and they're going to start putting more unnecessary things in our food, such as bugs, worms, you name it. So the global climate cult is getting ready to kick its war on food into overdrive, with 13 nations, many of them major cattle and food producing states led by the United States, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, and Spain, signing onto a commitment to place farmers under new restrictions intended to reduce emissions of methane gas. So now if we come over here, right, I'm going to start off with 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and 12. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me start at 13. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn. Who is the they that shall till the ground? That's the farmers who they are about to attack. These farmers are about to be put under new restrictions, which means what? Less food going on your markets and higher food prices going up. Okay? So they, the farmers that till the ground, shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell and with a fearful constellation. And that's already happening with GMO seeds, okay? Pesticides such as Roundup, the chemical raining from the sky. It's all happening. Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be" what? Famines. What is a famine? A famine is a food shortage. You see, because where do a lot of our food come from? These different farms, these different farmlands, these different corporations, which is responsible for packaging and putting food on the back of trucks in order to be shipped off to different stores. Okay, which the government, the U.S. government, has already hired agents to go throughout these different food corporations and burn them down on purpose. Why? In order to systematically bring in a famine. And this is all being done under the orders of the so-called elites, who are the heads of the Illuminati. The Illuminati, which controls the U.S. government from the shadows. Okay, so there's a systematic famine underway, and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, and right here, what does it say? All these are the beginning of sorrows. As you see right there, like it says, they that till the ground shall mourn. So all these right here that you see, these are just the beginning of sorrows. Okay, now let's go to Isaiah, because the so-called elites, they're the ones responsible for these type of decisions, right? Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. What is a decree? A decree is a decision or a law, okay? And what did they say? They was going to start putting new restrictions on these farmers. That's a decree. That will be considered a law right there. Saying if you don't do this, if you don't do that, then we're going to fine you. We're going to charge you this, we're going to charge you that. If you're going to grow this, we're going to fine you for this, we're going to fine you for that. So they're going to start making it even harder for farmers to grow their crops out. You see? And that right grievousness legislations, bills, draconian measures, draconian laws, You see, which they have prescribed. You see, then of course let's get Second Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, "Let Satan," who is Satan. The word Satan goes back to Shaitan, which means adversary. Now Satan has an actual physical manifestation to people here on the planet. They are known as the Edomites in the Holy Scriptures. Who are the Edomites? The self-proclaimed white man, starting with the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of their nation, the people, especially them fake Jews in the land of Israel. Okay, their line goes back to Esau, Edom. So lest they, the Edomites, should get, started with the so-called elites, lest they should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant as to why there's famine and why there's a food shortage going on and why food prices are going up. Because remember, the so-called elites, they have an agenda called a New World Order, where they want to spur everybody into chaos so they can fight each other and people can panic, and then they can run to the government for a solution. And that solution is going to be more of your freedom getting taken away, more of your rights being taken away, more draconian measures being passed. And then ultimately, you're just going to end up being enslaved. So everything they're doing is moving right towards their NWO agenda. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. It's on to the next one.